Japan Journal, the Internet's #1 English language weekly online cybercast from Japan. Japan Journal with Mal Adams. Good day, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Japan Journal, the Internet's #1 English language weekly online cybercast from Japan. Japan Journal with Mal Adams. Headlines: Leaders of Russia and China reaffirm ties amid worsening tensions with the Donalds. Chinese President Xi Jinping and Russian President Vladimir Putin have reaffirmed their close ties at a summit in the Russian Far East city of Vladivostok. The leaders met on Tuesday on the sidelines of the Eastern Economic Forum. The meeting comes amid worsening tensions with the administration of US President Donald Trump. Here's more on the story from my man Sergey in Vladivostok. Sergey, tell the people what I'm talking about, man.
With the slight awkwardness of two leaders who probably don't spend much time in the kitchen, Xi Jinping and Vladimir Putin conducted some pancake diplomacy in Vladivostok. The Chinese president is here for the Eastern Economic Forum and his third meeting with Putin this year. Despite the presence of other Asian leaders, it's Russia and China's strengthening ties that are the bedrock of this event. And with caviar and vodka, the two presidents were happy to let the world know how close they've become.
We were constantly meeting this year, for example in Beijing, in Johannesburg, and now here we are in Vladivostok. If we keep close contact with you, it means we have good relations. I am ready to strengthen these relations from now on, including the exchange of ideas through close cooperation.
China has the largest delegation with almost 1,000 people. It is quite clear we have a really close cooperation. We had $87 billion of trade last year. This year, we will almost certainly reach $100 billion.
The cooperation makes sense. The two Eurasian giants are next-door neighbours, and China's hungry economy needs natural resources, which Russia has in abundance. While Xi Jinping and Putin were talking, the heavy metal of Russia's military was moving into place, China's too. It's been invited to take part in Vostok 2018, Russia's biggest war games since 1981, a sign of friendship and a message to one particular adversary.
Clearly, we can see continued rapprochement between Russia and China because of a very assertive line of the United States against both countries. And in this regard, we can say that Donald Trump is the major patron of Russian-Chinese closer relationship.
Washington has imposed sanctions on Russia and trade tariffs on China. Each country is too independent-minded to make a full alliance at all likely, but they still want the US to know that if a regional crisis ever exploded into conflict, Russia and China could present a united front.
Thank you, Sergey. After the talks, Putin told reporters that Russia will boost economic cooperation with China in a wide range of areas such as energy and agriculture. He noted that the value of trade between the two nations is expected to reach a record high this year. Putin also expressed hope for a successful inter-Korean summit scheduled for this month. He said Russia and China will continue diplomatic efforts to resolve issues on the Korean Peninsula, something that Trump has been talking about and has yet to really accomplish, in spite of the fact that the man at North Korea is trying to get another meeting with him. We'll see what happens, but I think that Russia and China, that ball is in their court, and I don't think your boy Donald Trump is going to have much influence on the situation in the Korean Peninsula. Xi said it is important that China and Russia work together to defend international peace and stability, and he added that the two countries will strongly oppose unilateralism, Donald Trump, and protectionism, build a wall, Donald Trump, put tariffs on Chinese products. They're not going to stand for it. Donald Trump is crazy, has no clue what's going on globally and the way foreign nations perceive him. That's going to do it for this particular story. Stay tuned now for more behind-the-scenes actions and stories in Japan, including that amazing historic win by Naomi Osaka of Japan in the tennis world. Stay tuned for that. All right, for our feature report of the evening, the backstory, the facts behind the news here in Japan, Naomi Osaka's historic feat. Japanese tennis player Naomi Osaka has, as you know, won the women's single title at the US Open. She is the first Japanese single player, male or female, to win the Grand Slam tournament. She defeated her longtime idol Serena Williams of the United States, who holds the record for the most US Open victories. The day after the historic victory, here's what's going on the story on this side of the world, where she claims this is her country, born here, raised in the United States, 20 years old, fluent in English. Japanese is coming along, but Japan is claiming her big time, as her father put her in the Japan Tennis Association because he couldn't get the respect and the support that others have been getting, non-people of color, if I might add. And you all know the struggles that Serena has had in her long career. Mr. Osaka, Papa Osaka, if I may call him that, the Haitian brother. By the way, Naomi has taken her mother's maiden name to make things cool for her in Japan. But her father put her in the Japan Association and has received nothing but great team support. In fact, they call it Team Naomi. So the day after the historic victory, the 20-year-old said in an exclusive interview with NHK that it was one of the best matches of her life. She said she felt like all of the hard work that she had done in her life was for that particular moment, and being able to play against Serena Williams was really special to her. Asked about Williams' violations during the match, Osaka said she hadn't been aware of what was going on and that she first learned about it when the referee said the score was 5-3. She said she was completely focused on the match, and that was necessary when competing against a player like Williams. Behind the historic victory was her 8-month-long training team with what Japan is calling Team Naomi. Together with a team of professionals, she succeeded in building up her mental and physical strength, as well as techniques. Osaka began training under her coach Sasha Bajin last November. The German coach is the former hitting partner of top players, including Serena Williams. Under Bajin, Osaka's weight dropped about 7 kilograms in the off-season, and she began pursuing a new style, rather than relying only on power.
Well, I was just thinking that I've watched Serena play so many times, and this is like a really good opportunity to like win my first major. So I just wanted to try as hard as I can and sort of respect her in a way that I could.
You've talked so much, Naomi, about Serena being your idol. How were you able to focus on the tennis and not on Serena on the other side of the net?
Well, I just sort of thought that it would be a bit disrespectful to the audience and the opponents that I beat to like succumb to my nerves. So I just tried to think of it like practice.
Osaka's 73-year-old grandfather watched the match at his home in Nemuro in Hokkaido. He told reporters he was overjoyed and said he had never expected to receive such a gift as this at this age. He also said he hopes she will continue to perform well without getting injured. Osaka will compete in the Toray Pan-Pacific Open. The tournament will begin in Tokyo next Monday. And that's going to do it for this edition of Japan Journal. We thank you very much for watching. When you look at this video, click below and like us, and also click for our notifications so that you can be notified when we go live next time and when new videos are posted. Thank you very much for watching. See ya. Wouldn't want to be here unless you were right up in here with us on Japan Journal. Thank you, and have a great day. Japan Journal, the Internet's #1 English language weekly online cybercast from Japan. Japan Journal with Mal Adams.